All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a 60-minute all levels flow. Before we get started today, I just want to bring it to your attention that it is the beautiful Shelley's birthday today. So if you're watching with us live, maybe drop her a little birthday love in the comments. She deserves it so much. Okay, so we are going to begin today standing. So give yourself a moment to find some acceptance about that. If you have blocks, I would encourage you to put them at the top of your mat now, or anything that you can use in replacement of blocks. And then just come up to the top of your mat and decide how far apart or how close together you want your feet to be so that you can feel nice and stable. Once you find that, you might let your eyes soften, you might let the eyes gently begin to flow closed, or you might choose to leave them open. So for those of you that live in New England who are watching like we do, a couple days ago we had this really freakish and crazy snowstorm in the middle of May. And when I was walking out of my house to go to my car, I walked out and I felt kind of like I was being assaulted by these winds and the snow. And I found myself feeling really irritated as I went and walked to my car. And when I put my car in reverse and I started to back out, something caught my attention. A few days before, I had bought this beautiful Buddha statue and I had placed it in my garden. And then I looked over the statue as I was backing out. It really struck me how this Buddha just sat there looking completely unchanged and calm as this wind and this snow was just like whipping around it. And in that moment, I remembered thinking to myself, I hear you, universe. I get this message that you're sending to me right now. This reminder that no matter how many storms that we have swirling around us, that we always have this unchanged, calm, quiet center that lives deep within us. This place that we can turn to, where we can find the peace and the calm that lives deeply within our heart and our soul. And I know sometimes that finding that place can be easier said than done. Can we always just snap our fingers and automatically find that center? No. Sometimes it takes a bit more of a conscious effort. And that effort can look like just simply getting quiet and getting still, just as you are beginning to do right now. It can look like taking some time to tune in to your body, to your heart, and to begin to listen, just like I hope that you're beginning to do right now. It can look like seeking out your breath, riding those waves of peace to that place of quiet and of calm that lives deep within us all. So I want you to take this next minute at the beginning of class to give yourself a little bit of time to steer yourself towards this calm, quiet center that lives deep within you. Give yourself permission to tune out those outer storms and tune in to that inner peace. And if you notice that your mind begins to draw back to the outer, acknowledge, and then just gently begin to tune your awareness back to the inner. Notice your body and how it feels. Listen to your heart and follow your breath. As you embrace this quietude and this stillness, begin now to gently invite a deeper breath into your body and into your practice. Inviting your inhales to grow fuller, your exhales to grow longer. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, you may begin to cultivate that as well. Bless you. As your breath deepens, notice how this begins to deepen that connection to that quiet, peaceful center that exists within you. As you continue to breathe here and to connect, I want you to very gently begin to welcome some soft and gentle movements into your face. So this might look like just wiggling the jaw side to side. You might wiggle your little nose or lift your eyebrows up and down. And then begin to move gently into the neck. You might turn the head yes or no a few times. Some of you might circle the neck in each direction, just noticing how this feels. And then eventually start to draw this awakening into your shoulders as you just start to lift the shoulders up towards the ears and let them roll down the back a few times, just tuning in and noticing how this feels. And then after you've done a few shoulder rolls, just begin to swing the arms slowly from side to side, letting your torso turn with the arms, just beginning now to gently awaken through the spine and the side body. Eventually coming back through center, turning your palms forward and spreading your fingers nice and wide as you continue to breathe and gently begin to arrive in your mountain pose, your Tadasana. This invitation to now connect to your strength, to connect to your breath, to connect to this quiet and calm center within, allowing this space to be what guides your practice moving forward. Next time you breathe in, sweep the arms wide, reach tall for the sky, palms come together. And as you exhale, just slowly guide your hands over your heart. Again, as you breathe in, sweep the arms wide, reach tall for the sky, palms meet. And as you exhale, slowly guide those hands back to your heart. As you breathe in, sweep the arms wide, reach tall for the sky. This time as you exhale, release the right arm down by your side, reach up and over with the left. As you inhale, find your way back through center, both arms overhead. And as you exhale, just take it to the other side, up and over with the right. As you inhale, come back through center, reach tall for the sky. And as you exhale, with the soft bend in the knees, fold yourself forward. Remind yourself to bend your knees as much as you need to here. You might decide to grab opposite elbows here, coming into ragdoll. And allow yourself some time here to just hang and to sway. If you need a little support underneath your hands, you could always take a block and place it underneath. It might feel good to move back into the muscles of the face or the neck again here as well. All the while, we're breathing those waves of peace into our body, our mind, our experience. Take one more deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, release your fingertips down towards the earth. As you breathe in, find your half lift, slide the fingers up the shins, draw your chest forward, and pause here for a few breaths. Feel your tailbone reaching towards the back of the mat, the crown of the head reaching forward. Feel your shoulder blades reach towards one another as you open and expand across the chest. Offer yourself one more deep breath in your Ardha Uttanasana. And then as you exhale, fold all the way back down. Bend the knees as much as you need. As you breathe in, you're going to rise all the way to stand. Sweep the arms wide and overhead. And as you exhale, once again, release the right arm down, up and over with the left. Guided by your breath, as you inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, slowly to the other side. Inhale, rise back through center, reach tall for the sky. And as you exhale, dive back down as you fold yourself forward. Inhale to your half lift, long spine, long neck. And as you exhale, fold back down. As you inhale, rise to stand with strength. Arms reach tall for the sky. One more time as you exhale, release that right arm down, up and over with the left. As you inhale, come back through center, grow tall, and exhale, take it to the other side. As you inhale, come back through center, reach for the sky, and as you exhale, dive back down. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step back to your plank pose. Shoulders over your wrists, hips in line with your spine. And when you arrive, just try rocking forwards and backwards a few times. Just moving gently into the body and just notice how this feels. Yeah, let's take one more big breath in our plank pose. And then as you exhale, knees up or knees down, lower slowly all the way down to the belly. Let the toes untuck when you arrive, and then set yourself up for a wide-armed cobra. So you're gonna take your arms out nice and wide. You're gonna tent your fingertips to the floor. The eyes of the elbows, or the backs of the elbows, will face up towards the ceiling. Continue to breathe. Root down through the tops of your feet. Awaken the legs. Root down through the hip bones. As you breathe in, start to draw your chest forward and then peel the chest up. Lift your gaze. And as you exhale, just slowly fold back down. Again, root through the feet and the hips. As you breathe in, draw the chest forward, rise up. And as you exhale, nice and slow, fold back down. One more time with your inhale, rise up, wide arm cobra. And as you exhale, fold back down. Palms plant under the shoulders. As you breathe in, lift yourself up to your hands and knees, your tabletop position. And then as you exhale, you're gonna gently C-curve your body to the right. So your right hip and your right shoulder come towards one another. As you inhale, guide yourself back through center. And as you exhale, take it to the left. As you inhale, slowly come back through center. And as you exhale, push into your palms, round your spine high to the sky, cat pose. As you inhale, cow pose, your belly drops, both ends of the spine tip up. And as you exhale, downward facing dog, tucking the toes and lifting the hips up and back behind you. Offer yourself a breath or two here to just tune into the body and offer it any nurturing movements that it needs here to release. Yeah, nice job. Encourage yourself to create stability by spreading your fingers nice and wide. Root your hands down, draw them away from one another. Next time you breathe in, you're gonna reach your right leg back behind you. And then pause here as you exhale to circle your right ankle a few times in each direction. Next time you breathe in, you might lift that right leg just a little higher. And then as you exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Plant that foot between your hands. Take all the time and movements that you need to get there. And then once you do, release the left knee down to the earth. You can keep the toes tucked or you can untuck them, whatever feels best for your body. And if you need to slide a blanket or a pillow underneath that left knee, take a moment to do so. Nice and slow as you breathe in, begin to walk your hands up to that front right knee, beginning to lift your torso. As you exhale, let your hands slide back towards your hips. As you inhale, begin to sweep the arms up tall for the sky. And then as you exhale, you're gonna clasp your hands and bring them behind the head. Let the elbows open. As you continue to breathe here, I want you to bring your awareness to that front right foot. I want you to feel yourself rooting that foot down into the mat and then drawing that heel energetically back. And notice how this begins to engage the muscles of the legs. Feel your navel draw in towards your spine, your tailbone reaching down, the crown of your head reaching up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale nice and slow, you're gonna begin to twist to the right. So the heart's gonna begin to move towards the right side of the room. As you breathe in, can you allow those elbows to open just a bit more? And then as you exhale, you're going to begin to straighten into the arms, finding a T shape here. So left hand forward, right hand back. As you continue to breathe, can you spread your fingers nice and wide? Can you find that calm, quiet center amid the challenge and the storm? Next time you breathe in, nice and slow, come back through center, reach the arms overhead. Nice job, you guys. As you exhale, release your hands back down to the earth. As you inhale, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, gaze forward. And as you exhale, step to the top of your mat, find your forward fold. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, fold back down. As you inhale, rise to stand with that same long spine, arms reach overhead. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, cactus arms, and pause here for a few breaths. You might choose to soften your gaze or even let the eyes begin to float close. As you feel your shoulder blades draw towards one another, notice this opening and this expansion across your chest. Can you use this opportunity to seek out your breath once again, allowing it to guide you back to this calm and quiet center within. Next time you breathe in, straighten through the elbows, reach for the sky. As you exhale, fold forward, let your heart lead the way. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, plant your hands and step back to your plank pose once again. Shoulders over wrists, hips in line with your spine. And then again, just begin to move, rock forwards and backwards a few times. You might drop your heels to the right or to the left. Just notice how your body feels here. Take one more deep breath in to gather that information. And then as you exhale, nice and slow, lower all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Set yourself up for that wide-armed cobra once again. Begin to root down through the feet and the hips. As you breathe in, start to draw your chest forward. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. This time as you exhale, you're going to dip your right shoulder down through center line. As you inhale, lift the right shoulder back up, open across the chest. And as you exhale, slowly dip the left. Again, as you inhale, lift the left shoulder up, expand across the chest. One more time on each side. As you exhale, dip the right. Inhale, lift the right shoulder up, open, and exhale, dip the left. Inhale, lift the left shoulder up, open across your chest. And as you exhale, fold back down, palms plant under the shoulders. As you inhale, slowly lift yourself back up to your hands and knees, your tabletop position. This time as you exhale, C-curve your body to the left. Inhale, move yourself back through center, and your exhale takes you to the right. Inhale, guide yourself back through center, and as you exhale, round your spine high to the sky, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose, belly drops, tailbone tips up. Exhale, downward facing dog, tucking the toes, pushing into the palms, and lifting those hips up and back behind you. A full round of breath here, just offering the body what it needs to settle in. Find that stability by spreading the fingers, root the hands down and away. Next time you breathe in, your left leg reaches back behind you. And you're going to pause here as you begin to circle your left ankle a few times in each direction. You might use the energy of your next inhale to lift your left leg a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, take your time to step the left foot forward, planting it between your hands in your own time. Once you arrive there, release the right knee down to the mat, untuck the toes, set yourself up here. Next time you breathe in, you're going to begin to walk your hands up to that front left knee, lifting your torso. As you exhale, slowly guide your hands back towards the hips. Use your next big breath in to sweep the arms up high towards the sky. And as you exhale, clasp your hands behind your head. Let your elbows open nice and wide. Pause here for a moment. Once again, find that stability in that front left leg. Root the foot down, draw the heel back. Can you feel your navel draw back towards your spine as your tailbone reaches down, the crown of the head reaches up? Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to twist to the left now. So the heart begins to move towards the left side of your mat. As you inhale, can you feel those elbows open just a bit more? Nice job. And as you exhale, begin to reach the arms away from one another into that T shape once again. Spread your fingers. Feel your palms draw away from one another. And as your body pauses here in this strength and in this challenge, can your mind find its way back to that calm and quiet center? Next time you breathe in, slowly unwind, sweep the arms over the head, and as you exhale, release the hands back down to the earth. As you inhale, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, gaze forward, and as you exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, and as you exhale, fold back down. As you inhale, rise to stand with strength. Palms come together overhead. And as you exhale, guide those hands to heart center. Let your eyes soften or float closed. Find your way back to your breath. Let your breath guide you back to that calm and quiet center. Next time you breathe in, sweep the arms wide, reach tall for the sky. As you exhale, release the right arm down, reach up and over with the left. As you inhale, come back through center, reach for the sky. And as you exhale, take it to the left. As you inhale, come back through center, grow tall. And as you exhale, dive back down for the earth. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step back to your plank pose once again. This time when you arrive, encourage yourself to get still, to tune in and to notice. Can you peel back these layers of your mind and find that calm, steady stream of strength that lives deep within? One more big breath in your plank pose. And then as you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes. This time the palms plant underneath the shoulders. Root through the feet and the hips as you breathe in. Draw your chest forward and up. Find your low cobra here. And I want you to pause for a few breaths. Can you feel those shoulder blades drawing towards one another, creating this expansion across the front of the chest? Some of you might even decide to float the palms of your hands up off of the mat. And notice how your breath allows your body to just gently rock forwards and backwards as you breathe. Take one more big breath in, fill up. And then as you exhale, release the hands and fold back down. As you inhale, push into your palms, lift back up to your hands and knees, your tabletop position. Once you get there, as you exhale, C-curve to the right once again. Inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, C-curve to the left. Inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, round your spine high to the sky. Inhale, let the belly drop, the tailbone tips up. And as you exhale, find your way back to your downward facing dog, tucking the toes and lifting the hips. A full round of breath to settle in, to find that strength and that stability. Next time you breathe in, your right leg's going to reach back behind you. And as you breathe out, step the right foot forward, plant that foot between your hands, release the left knee back down to the mat, and untuck the toes. This time as you breathe in, sweep the arms directly up and over your head. As you exhale, clasp the hands behind the head as you open across the elbows. Nice job. Feel that navel draw back, the tailbone draw down, the crown of the head draw up. Take a big breath in here, and then as you exhale, nice and slow, twist to the right once again. From here, I want you to begin to tuck your left toes underneath your body. Know that you can stay right here. Others might use their next inhale and begin to lift that left knee up off of the mat, coming into this twisted high lunge. As you inhale, can you open up through the elbows just a bit more? And then as you exhale, can you straighten through the arms, finding that T shape nice again. Nice job, girls. Spread the fingers, open across the palms. Next time you breathe in, slowly come through center. Reach the arms for the sky. As you exhale, release the hands back down to the earth. As you breathe in, gaze forward to prepare. And as you exhale, float to the top of your mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, fold back down. Use the energy of that in-breath to rise nice and tall. Reach the arms for the sky. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, cactus arms. Pause here for a few breaths. The eyes might soften or closed. And as you feel this opening across the heart, can it encourage this pathway back to this place of quiet calm that lives within, guided by each wave of breath. Next time you breathe in, straighten the elbows, reach tall for the sky. And as you exhale, dive for the earth, folding yourself forward. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, find your plank pose once again. Once you arrive there, give yourself some time to get still and to notice, to peel back those layers of your mind, to find that place of steady strength and peace that lives underneath. Yeah, nice. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, palms plant under the shoulders, toes untuck. As you inhale, draw your chest forward, rise up to your low or your high cobra, your choice. Once again, just pause for a few breaths and notice. Can you root down through the feet? Notice if it feels better to have the feet closer together, further apart. Can you feel those shoulders roll down the back as you breathe into this opening across your chest? For one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly fold back down. As you inhale, rise back up to your hands and knees, that tabletop position once again. When you get there, use your exhale to the left C curve. Inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, slowly take it to the right. Inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, push into the palms, round into the spine. As you inhale, cow pose, belly drops, tailbone tips up. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog, giving yourself a full round of breath to once again settle in. To find that stability of your shoulders by rooting the hands down and away. Next time you breathe in, your left leg's going to reach back behind you. And as you breathe out, step the left foot through, plant that foot between your hands. Once it gets there, release the right knee down to the mat. Untuck your toes or keep them tucked. Next time you breathe in, sweep those arms directly up and over your head. And then as you exhale, clasp the hands behind the head, let the elbows open. Find that stability in the left leg, that length in your spine as the tailbone draws down and the head draws up. Take another big breath in here to prepare. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to twist to the left. Know that you can stay here, or you might use your next inhale to tuck your right toes and begin to float the right knee off of the mat, just taking this twist a little bit higher. Can you use your next inhale and open the elbows? Nice, Shell. And as you exhale, can you begin to straighten into the arms? Right hand forward, left hand back. Nice. Find that calm center. Find your breath. Next time you breathe in, unwind. Reach the arms for the sky. As you exhale, release the hands back down to the earth. As you inhale, gaze forward to prepare. And as you exhale, step to the top of your mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, fold back down. As you inhale, rise to stand with that strength, palms come together. And as you exhale, guide those hands to your heart once again. Let the eyes soften or float closed. Can you find your way back to your breath? Can you allow your breath to guide you back to this calm and quiet center, this peace within the storm? This opportunity to settle, to slow. Next time you breathe in, sweep the arms wide, reach tall for the sky. As you exhale, sit back into your chair pose and bring your palms together over your heart. As you breathe in, once again, can you feel your tailbone draw down? Navel draws in, top of the head lifts. As you exhale nice and slow, begin to twist to the right. So some of you might keep your chest lifted. Others might take that left elbow and hook it to the outside of the right knee. Encourage yourself to be where you can breathe and where you can let your breath just guide you to that calm, steady stream of strength and of peace. Next time you breathe in, unwind, come back through center. And as you exhale, fold yourself forward as you straighten through the legs. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, make your way back to your plank pose, planting the palms, stepping the feet back, shoulders over the wrists, hips in line with the spine. I want you to take a big breath in your plank pose. And then as you exhale, you're going to drop your knees down to the mat and untuck your toes. We're looking to have a diagonal line from the outside of the hip to the outside of the knee. So you might need to slide the knees back a bit. Next time you find yourself breathing in, gaze forward. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend the elbows and lower any amount. As you inhale, push into your palms, rise back up. As you exhale, bend the elbows, lower any amount. That might be very little. Inhale, push into the palms, rise back up. As you exhale, bend into the elbows nice and slow, lower all the way down to the belly. As you inhale, draw the chest forward and up, low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog, your choice. As you exhale, downward facing dog, tucking the toes and letting those sitting bones guide you as you lift them up and back. Take a breath, settle in. Next time you breathe in, you're going to reach your right leg back behind you. And as you exhale, you're going to step that right foot all the way through. Plant that foot between your hands. Give yourself a moment to adjust and to settle once you get there. Next time you find yourself breathing in, you're going to sweep the arms up high to the sky, making your way to your high lunge. As you exhale, clasp the hands together behind the head, open through the elbows. Find that stability in your legs, that length in your spine as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, begin to twist to the right. As you breathe in, can those elbows open a bit more? Nice. As you exhale, begin to straighten into the arms. Once again, left hand forward, right hand back. I want you to take a big breath in here in this twist, and then as you exhale, we're going to revolve and reverse this twist by dropping the back right hand towards the back of the left leg, or you could wrap it around towards the left hip. You're going to flip your left palm, and you're going to reach those fingertips to the sky. Nice. As you inhale, find that T shape within the arms once again. And as you exhale, your left hand is going to reach down for the earth, planting that palm underneath the shoulder. That can be on the floor or on a block. Right fingertips reach high to the sky. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, release your right palm back down to the floor. Nice job. Inhale, gaze forward to prepare. And as you exhale, step to the top of your mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale to lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, fold back down. As you breathe in, rise to stand with strength. Reach the arms tall for the sky. And as you exhale, sit into your chair pose once again. Guide those palms together over your heart. As you breathe, can you feel the tailbone draw down as the navel draws in? Take a big breath in here, and as you exhale, slowly begin to twist now to the left. Again, you might keep your chest lifted. Some of you might hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And you feel the weight draw back more towards the heels, maybe even letting the toes lift for a moment. Nice. Nice and slow as you breathe in, guide yourself back through center. And as you exhale, release your hands to the floor as you straighten the legs. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, make your way back to your plank pose and lower down through your expression of Chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, high cobra, upward facing dog. And then exhale, guides you back, downward facing dog. Give yourself a round of breath to settle in. Next time you breathe in, you're going to reach your left leg back behind you. And as you breathe out, take all the time you need to step the foot forward, plant it between your hands, give yourself some time to settle in and to find stability. Next time you breathe in, use that energy to rise up, sweep the arms up tall for the sky. As you exhale, clasp those hands behind the head, let the elbows open. Find that stability in the legs, the length in your spine as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to twist now to the left. As you inhale, can you draw the elbows back? And as you exhale, begin to slowly straighten into the arms again, finding that T shape. Reach the palms away from one another, take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, reversing on this side. So the left hand will reach either towards the back of the right leg or bind behind the back towards the hip. Right palm flips, fingertips reach for the sky. Nice and slow as you breathe in, come back out to that T shape within the arms. As you exhale, right fingertips reach down towards the floor or to a block, planting that palm under the shoulder. You might have to slide that right leg back a bit. Left fingertips reach tall for the sky as you take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, plant your left palm to the earth. Inhale, gaze forward to prepare. And as you exhale, step to the top of your mat, find your forward fold. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold back down. As you inhale, rise to stand with strength. Palms come together. And as you exhale, guide those hands to your heart. Again, let the eyes soften or float closed. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill the lungs up all the way. And then open your mouth and sigh the breath out. Let's do that again. A deep breath in through the nose to fill. Open the mouth, sigh the breath out, releasing. Take another deep breath in through the nose to fill. This time close the mouth, same sigh but out of the nose. And then just continue here on your own, breathing deeply in and out of the nose. This reconnection with your breath, guiding a reconnection with that quiet and calm center that lives within. Taking this time here to slow down and to just simply settle. And then the next time you breathe in, sweep the arms wide, reach tall for the sky. As you exhale, fold forward as you dive for the earth. Inhale to your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, plant your palms, step back to your plank pose once again. And then lower all the way down to the belly. Once you come down onto the belly, you're going to allow the arms to relax long down by your side. You might turn one side of the face down onto the mat. When you first arrive, it might feel good to even rock and sway the hips from side to side. And then I want you to really use this opportunity to embrace this slowing down, this tuning in once again as you come back to the awareness of your body, your mind, your breath, guiding you back to that connection with that calm and quiet center. Each inhale filling the backside of your body, creating space. Each exhale inviting the front side of the body to soften further. After you've taken a few breaths here, just begin to turn your face in the opposite direction. You might rock and sway the hips again. You might bend into the knees and windshield wiper the legs. Our main focus here is slowing down and tuning in. Let's take another few breaths here. And then eventually you're going to begin to take your arms out nice and wide into a T shape. Palms are going to face down towards the floor. You're going to turn your gaze to the right, and you're going to begin now to bend into your right elbow and just plant the palm by your face. You're going to begin to push into that palm, and next time you breathe in, just begin to open up here as you start to stack your right hip gently on top of the left, any amount. For some of you, you might need to bend into both of your knees. Or some of you might choose to bend into that top knee and plant the sole of that foot in front or in back of that bottom leg. Wherever you choose to be, can you find softness in the face, the eyes, the breath, the heart? Slowing down long enough here to once again settle back into that quiet, calm center. Let's take one more big breath in, and then use your exhale nice and slow to make your way back down onto your belly and reach that right arm out nice and long. Turn your head in the opposite direction to face that extended left hand. Bend into the elbow and plant the left palm under the face. Use your inhale to begin to open up, beginning to stack that left hip on top of the right any amount. One side might feel very different than the other. And know that that extended right arm doesn't have to be directly coming out of the shoulder blade there. You might choose to have the arm come down more towards the hip or up a bit more towards the top of your mat. You can bend into the top knee or both knees, whatever feels best for your body on this side. Making sure that your body is in a position where you can seek out your breath and where it can guide you back to that peace within. Let's take one more deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, just nice and slow, begin to roll back onto the belly. This time, begin to stack your palms one on top of the elbow. Let the elbows splay out. Bring your forehead to the backs of your hands. You could just rock and sway the hips side to side, or you might bend into the knees so the soles of the feet face up towards the ceiling, and windshield wiper the knees side to side, or you might circle the lower part of your legs a few times, just getting more into the low back here. Eventually releasing the legs back down to the floor. Planting your palms under your shoulders and using your in-breath to lift up to your hands and knees, and your out-breath to sink back into your child's pose. Hips sinking back towards the heels, chest bowing forward towards the earth. You might rock and sway when you first arrive, or you might choose to simply settle into stillness. Another opportunity to come back to your breath, to come back to that quiet center. We just stretched the inner line of the shoulders. We're going to now get more towards the outer line. So as you breathe in, begin to reach the arms a little bit further forward in front of you. And then begin to lift your gaze slightly. As you exhale, you're going to take your right arm and you're just going to thread that arm underneath the body, coming onto the shoulder here. That palm can land facing up towards the ceiling. And know that if it doesn't feel right for your body to have your hips sinking back towards the heels, you can always lift the hips up, even stack them on top of the knees here. You can choose to do whatever feels best for you with that left arm. You might keep the elbow bent and soft. You might choose to walk the left fingertips forward or even slightly over to the right. Again, just encourage yourself to be in your body where you can really connect to your breath. Letting your breath gift you with that connection to that peace and that calm within. Practicing this conscious effort to find this calm within the storm so that when you find yourself off of your mat, you know how to get there. And then when you feel ready, pushing into that left palm as you inhale, begin to unwind that right arm, reach it forward. And then as you exhale, thread the left arm underneath, coming down onto that left shoulder. And if your face doesn't reach the floor, know that you can place a blanket, a pillow, a block underneath the face. You take any variation with that right arm that feels best for you and for this side. And then just simply settle in. Letting the eyes soften or closed, and the body surrender here to gravity. The mind surrender to breath. And then when you feel ready, beginning to push into that right palm. As you inhale, slowly rising up to unwind. And then as you exhale, just let your heart melt back down towards the earth. Let your arms begin to relax and to soften. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Next time you find yourself breathing in, just lift yourself up to your hands and knees to transition over to your back, just rolling yourself over. Head facing towards the front of your mat, feet facing towards the back. Once you get onto your back, straighten through both of the legs. Just take a moment here resting on your back, almost practicing your Shavasana for a moment. This time as you breathe, feel that breath filling and opening the front side of the body, inviting the back side of the body to soften towards the earth. And then take a big breath in as you sweep the arms up and over your head, a nice full body stretch here. And then as you exhale, draw just your right knee in towards your chest. Give that a nice squeeze into the body. You might recircle that right ankle a few times in each direction. And then the next time you breathe in, you're going to clasp your hands behind that right thigh, and you're going to straighten that right leg up towards the sky any amount. You might bend and straighten into that knee a few times, or you might choose to keep the leg straight. Might feel good to point and flex through the toes or recircle the ankle, just noticing sensation. Some of you might be called to lift the forehead up in the direction of that right knee, just beginning to engage the core a bit and creating a deeper stretch through the back of the right leg. If you lifted the forehead, just release the back of the head down towards the earth. Let's all take another deep breath in with that right leg extended. And then as you exhale, draw your right knee back in towards your chest. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. The right hand reaches towards the right side. Next time you breathe out, just come into a twist by crossing that right knee over the front side of your body, reaching it down towards the left. If it doesn't feel right for your lower back, your sacrum, you're more than welcome to bend into both of your knees and stack them one on top of the other. The head can turn in either direction. Might even feel good to gently rock the head side to side, massaging the back of the skull as you breathe. As you settle back into that calm and quiet center. Again, nice and slow. When you feel ready, you'll use an inhale to guide that right knee back through center, give it a nice squeeze in towards the chest. And then as you exhale, release that right leg nice and long to meet the left. Let the arms just release wherever they want to. And once again, just come back into the awareness of breathing that space into the front side of your body and inviting that ease into the back side. And then the next time you breathe in, reach the arms up and over your head, take that full body stretch. And then as you exhale, drawing the left knee now in towards the chest, giving a nice squeeze into the body, maybe recircling the ankle a few times in each direction. And then as you inhale, clasping the hands behind the left thigh and straightening into the left leg any amount. Take some time here to move. You might bend and straighten into the knee. You might point and flex the toes, recircle the ankle. Just like the other side, some of you might be called to lift the forehead up in the direction of that knee, just inviting some awakening into the core, some extra lengthening into the leg. If you lifted the forehead, slowly release the back of the head to the floor. I'll take a big breath in here with the left leg extended. And then as you exhale, bending into the left knee, drawing it back in towards the chest. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee, left arm extends. And as you breathe out, you're just gonna come into this twist on the other side. Again, if it feels better for your body to bend both of the knees and stack them one on top of the other, by all means, offer that to yourself. Your eyes soften or float closed. Those waves of breath just guiding you back to that calm and quiet center. And then when you feel ready, just using your next inhale to guide that left knee back through center, hugging it in towards the chest. And then letting that left leg release nice and long to meet the right. If you'd like to close out your practice with a happy baby here, or maybe a supine Baddha Konasana, bringing the bottoms of the feet together and allowing the knees to drop out. Take about 5 or 6 rounds of breath here to tend to your body, offering it what it needs. For some of you, that might mean that it needs some rest. So you might begin to set yourself up for your Shavasana, maybe placing a pillow under the knees or the head, wrapping yourself in a blanket. And then once you make your way into your Shavasana, once again, just begin to embrace this expansion and this opening through the front side of your body as the back side of your body melts into the support of the floor. Feel your breath beginning to find its way back to its natural and organic rhythm. This miracle of breath taking over, knowing that you no longer need to think about it because the body knows just what to do. Feel your mind moving its way back to those natural waves of breath, guiding you slowly to that place of calm, of quiet, and of peace that lives within. Give yourself permission to rest here, to find this quiet within the storm. keeping your body in stillness, your inner world in calm. Just begin to slowly invite a deeper breath back into the body. Each inhale and each exhale, drawing that quietude and that peace into every cell of your being. Eventually allowing that breath, that quietude to begin to invite gentle and mindful movements back into the body. Allowing you to awaken, embracing this peace and this calm. Taking all the time and all the movements that you need to awaken fully. Eventually making your way over to one side, whichever feels most intuitive to you in this moment. And then offering yourself some time there to pause and to reflect. And then when you feel ready, you begin to make your way up to a comfortable seated position, whatever that may mean for you. Eyes say soft or closed. Once you arrive in that seat, begin to bring the palms together over your heart as you bow your chin towards your chest. These last few moments of class are just a wonderful opportunity to reflect on the endless lessons of our practice. And I hope that this morning's practice can be a gentle reminder to us all that peace does not mean living a life without storms or struggles. It means being surrounded by these storms, these struggles swirling all around us, and still being able to sit unchanged by the chaos, grounded into the quiet and calm center that lives deeply within us all. This calm and quiet place that lives deep within my soul sees and honors that same beautiful place that I see living beautifully within all of yours. Namaste. And happy birthday to the calmest soul that I know, Miss Shelley. You're welcome. Namaste. Thanks, guys.